you became governor. In one tenure, you became governor, former governor, and governor again. It's fantastic.
Well, alright, make una watch this video. See how Okey Bakasi make Governor Fubara, Governor of Rivers State, they laugh. Hey, no be small thing. Anyway, Okey Bakasi still dey game, he no get how it won't be. Many people think say Okey Bakasi time don't rain, don't pass. Now the guy begin to do some kind magic. Anyway, make I allow and watch this video. See how Okey Bakasi take trade the audience and he make everywhere so jovial, so very, very yummy. Watch this.
Supposed to be presenting a paper in Ghana today on the effect of side chicks on the longevity of men. But when I got the invitation to come here today, I said, no, this one is more important. Yes. Yeah, most of you don't know that these days I'm more into research than anything else. I've been presenting papers. You know, as you get older, you choose your calling. And my calling now is to better mankind. I look at the problems plaguing society and we try to find solution. In fact, the Ghana invitation was as a result of a lecture I delivered on the effect of alcohol on marriages in a dwindling economy. And when they saw it, they said, no, you have to come. Because we've been researching. And the things that we are finding out are quite impressive. But let me leave that. Your Excellency, the last time I saw you was at your house. And that was before the election. You know, it was a warm reception. I don't know if memory will still let you remember. And in that time, a lot has happened. You know, you won the election. You became governor. In one tenure, you became governor, former governor, and governor again. It's fantastic. You know, you're making history. And you see, God has a purpose, but people will not know. You know, because sometimes when God wants to elevate you, by virtue of your challenges, you have become one of the most popular governors in Nigeria. You know, and that is how God works. You know, it's special. Yes. And in that time too, Your Excellency, maybe you don't know, I've also become a traditional ruler and somebody who delivers lecture. And that is a fact. Yeah, but I love this, my vocation, so much. I walk in here and I see lots of familiar faces, even on the high table. I know them. I don't want to. My time is very limited. Even my big sister here from Umbisi, I know familiar faces. I'm a Port Harcourt man. You know, UST. This is the state where I lost my virginity some years ago. Happily. You know, the state where I found my wife. The state where I got married, conceived my first child. You know, graduated from this state. You know, so I'm a bona fide Port Harcourt man. You know, and anytime I come in here, I love it. I see some of these familiar faces, you know, who are refusing to age. You know, because somebody like us in Opera, he has maintained this face since I know him. You understand? But it's okay. There's nothing wrong with aging. Aging is God's way of reminding us that life is turn by turn. You know, that is the process of aging. And for the men here, you know, the aging process for women is different from that of men. You know, for men, you know you're really old. Not when you become dependent on prescription drugs. No. You know you're really old, not when your head is covered in gray. No. For a man, your age is not dependent on whether you're covered in wrinkles. For a man, you know you're really old when your wife stops to suspect you. Then you know you are old. Anytime, as a man, you pack your bag to travel, and your wife says, when are you coming back? You say like 2 days. You say, why are you coming back in a hurry? Why don't you just stay 1 week? Then you know you are very, very old. Because at that time, you're considered unable to cause any damage. Yeah. Even if you go on that trip and you say, honey, I missed my flight yesterday. I can't come back. You say, why are you rushing? We are okay. And I'll take them easy. Your health is what is more important to us. Then, my brother, you're very old. You're very, very old. Be worried. You know, so most of the men here, just to let you know, you're not old at all. You know, like I said, it's good to be in Rivers State. Our governor, you're a strong man. You know, the only thing tougher than being a man is being a married man. Yeah, that's the only thing tougher than being a man. Because any married man seated here knows that once your wife offers you chair in your own house, that case is not in your favor. Yeah, yes. Once you hear, honey, sit down, we have to talk. Not only you, they calculate, waiting I don't do now, waiting I don't do now, waiting I don't forget from my phone, waiting I don't forget from my pocket. What has happened now? Why are they summoning me? You know, why are you throwing a man chair in his own house? Only you, they scan your head for waiting. That is how powerful women are. So for some of us who are in advocacy now, we are advocating for less privileged men to make sure, because they are becoming endangered species. Men are really going through a lot because women are so powerful. Look, you wouldn't realize. Look at me. My father died about 19 years ago. My mother is still there. My father-in-law, about 9 years ago, my mother-in-law is around. So if you do simple mathematics, that means I'll go before my wife. So when you look at it, you see that these statistics are not really in our favor. So it is now for us to work so that men can live a little longer, and be around and enjoy their wives. That is why we are working. So for us, we formed an association of men who their wife control, because we realize that the key to longevity is to allow your wife control you at home. Because if you want to control office and control home, you die young. You understand? So you control outside and allow madam control home. Yes. So when you wake up on Sunday or you want to go for party or church, she's taking hours to do makeup. Instead of argument, you go down on TV, put football, even if it's old match. Take one beer, relax. Whenever she finishes, honey, give me 30 minutes. You say, take your time. Take your time. Whenever she shows up, you go. You get there, she say, they have finished the program. Now so I see Amo. Do we have any other? You need to give your life peace. Because these people are very powerful. They are more powerful than us. They are the only creature created by God who saw the devil face to face, and they even had meeting and shared apple. Even Adam in the whole history in the Garden of Eden did not meet devil face to face. It was only him and God discussing until Eve came and had a small meeting with devil. So person will see devil, nothing do him. Who are you? So that is why we are, we are now advocating for men. Yes, we want. Yeah. That is why we are now advocating for our fellow men, so that they will live long. Because there's what I call the metamorphosis. That's what I call the metamorphosis of women. You see, if you're married, the way they graduate and grow right in your very presence, they come into your life as your girlfriend. And after a while, they become your wife. Then they graduate further into becoming your mother. How it happens overnight, you don't even know. It's a transition that happens right in front of you. The first day she comes to your place as your girlfriend, you're the one in command. Cynthia, don't go there. You see that place, avoid it. That's like my sanctuary. So I'm so sorry. This is my first time in your house. Please, if there's any other place you don't want me, just let me know. I don't want to trespass. Immediately you marry her, and she settles in. You come back from work. Now they say, we don't keep shoe there. We don't keep shoe there. You're going to say, where will they keep shoe now? He said, what about that side? Now, wow. It's still your household. Now, once she gives you a child, good. She's fully settled in. Then you begin to hear things like, honey, don't you think it's proper for your mom to at least inform me before she visits my home? And if you don't handle that matter very well, wahala. And I also want to bring it to your attention that I don't like the way your sisters behave in my kitchen. You will say, no, honey, don't worry, I will talk to them. Have you noticed how is her kitchen, her home? They don't remove you from C of O. And you are not even aware. You are not even paying attention. That is how powerful. And those of you who are in the corporate business, you wake up, you get ready to go to work, you're about stepping out with your briefcase, your wife says, come. Honey, come back. You look at yourself, say, just come back. That tie, it matched that shirt. Now, this is where experience comes into play. Men who have been married for 20 years and above, they have wisdom. Immediately your wife says, that tie, it matched that shirt. You say, honey, come and select the tie, we go match this shirt. She will take you back inside, select one tie, give you put, and go to work. You get to work, your colleagues see you, they start laughing. Oh boy, which kind of tie now you go put on top of shirt? Which kind of tie you put on top of shirt? You say, now my wife select amo. The married men there will say, my brother, where amo? The ones that are still single in the office will say, woman rapper. Then the married ones will say, my brother, don't worry, we are woman rapper now, we are waiting for your wedding. We'll see your wisdom when that time comes. It's called peace of mind. I'm not saying that our women are bad, they are very powerful, they are good. Without them, what can we do? Women, they are the reason we hustle. If you allow only us on this planet, who wants to be governor? We'll just sit down under mango tree, chop, play Ludo, play draft, rest. But it's because of them we are struggling to have the highest so that we can attract the highest and the best of them. So we appreciate them. Without them, life will not be good. We love our women so much. I can comfortably say I love women. because my wife is not here. Because if you say it when she's here, it will have consequence. They will act like they didn't hear you first until you get into the car. And you hear that thing where you talk there, how you mean them. I know there are funny questions women ask when they get yes or no. During COVID, we were warning a lot of married men because, like I said, our outreach is to protect the mental health of men. During COVID threatened a lot of marriages because for the first time, married people were forced to stay together and see each other eye to eye. One friend of ours, it was during COVID that he realized the wife had quarter past for eye. Because the day they play Ludo, they see each other eyeball to eyeball. I was like, why? I said, honey, be like your eye. The wife said, thunder fire you. Somebody wait, don't mind. How many years you see this eye? Didn't you see it on our wedding day? This walk where they come up for morning, come back for night. I've not been really paying attention. Was during that COVID, we were advising men. Now that COVID has forced all of us indoors, this is a sample of what retirement will look like. Because when you're retired, your wife is retired, like our former governor, Odili. You understand? You no longer have escape. Two of you are facing each other every day. When they are bored, they will now ask you questions from out of the blues. Honey, I want to ask you something. Just assuming no. Men, if you hear assuming, no assume. It's a trap. Honey, just assuming that I die before you. All these my designer bags. If you marry another wife, will you allow them carry this bag? My brother, get yes or no. Instead, tell and say, honey, I'll die before you. One of our stupid friends that does not pay attention to simple instruction. Now they go set WAEC for. Honey, what if I go? These my shoes. All these designer shoes I've gathered over the years. Are you going to allow her wear it? The man first remember say that question no get answer. He said, no, honey, God forbid. Nothing will happen to you. He said, no, I know, I'm just assuming. The man said, leave me alone. He pressured the man. The man said, no, it's not her size. Ladies and gentlemen, the rest is history. Thank you very much.